all seriousness, I mean, you start out the season and you get sandwiched or falling out in that first game. How difficult was it? How long was it before you felt good again, where you could move, twist, run, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's came back. It was a little slower than I thought it was going to be. And backs are just tough. I mean, for this every little movement, any plan. But I mean, really, it didn't. The backs were full until about a couple games ago.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, even in Fort Myers, it was still a little bit. I mean, it was good enough to be able to play.
Yeah.
You know, at a good speed, but really, just like a handful of games ago, it came back.
What movement, though, mobility, what do you feel was most lacking? Do you feel on your shot, just running on the floor?
There's a lot of like planning with my feet, even taking steps running. So, but I'm just glad that I'm able to play 100% now.
Now that you're back, where you're physically fine enough to have that on your mind, what are some of the things you think you need to do to get back and I guess get into a rhythm that you probably haven't had this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting back into the reps that I've always done. As a shooter, just a basketball player, the work that I've put in, my whole life to be able to just get back to doing that, on a consistent basis, and being able to do that again is already starting to help, and I'm already starting to get that flow back.
You've obviously experienced this last year, coming off the bench at the beginning of the year. Is this feeling different though, with just the personnel that you guys have and trying to make an impact on the coach?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've already shown that the bench has been able to come in and be able to produce, and be able to bring that energy and that support, that comes in. And there's different guys doing it different ways. And I feel like, the experience that we kind of kept from last year, as well as bringing in, some of the freshmen and AJ as well is huge. I mean, we're all clicking really good.
Was there anything recently where you hit a shot and you kind of threw your hands up there and looked at the sky, something like that? You said finally it went in? I can't remember.
It was down in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
First or second game?
It was Essegian.
SMU,
Yeah,
okay.
so finally hit that first one of the season.
How much did you need that? I mean, how much were you thinking about it when every shot you were putting up a three wasn't that high?
I mean, as a shooter at the same time, it's always been, next shot's going in, mentality. But to finally see that first one go in, really, I mean, it did make a difference, whether I showed it or not. It was something, it did help mentally, but, at the same time, I was still, I was going to keep shooting as a shooter does.
Since you've obviously thought that way as a shooter your entire career, how rare is it that you react that way? Can you think of a time where, you just got up to a start like this last season where it just wasn't falling, for a really long time, and you see it come through?
I mean, I remember last year, there's a couple times where I was out, and, it kind of happened, and I'd hit one, and I'd kind of look up and be like, thank you, time to go. And, I mean, in high school, it happened every once in a while. So, I mean, it's just a thing that hopefully doesn't happen too many more times, but it will. So.
Kentucky's kind of taken over late in the last two games, SMU game, and then this last one against Western. I mean, it looks like it kind of breaks his spots.
Yeah, I mean, Chucky, the growth he's had from last year is unbelievable. And last year he was already a great player. And the leadership and the experience that he has now being an upperclassman is huge. Just his pace has changed, changes to his body has helped all that. But going along with that, just his knowledge of the game and his pace and his way he reads the floor is just so much better this year. And if he wants a spot, he can go get it.
From last year, you worked your way back from injury. Does that change you? Maybe, let me take more in, trying to potentially get more shots up or get a rhythm. How do you get onto a rhythm with defensive by some team?
It's just kind of keeping that same mentality I feel like I've always had to make the most of what I got. And, there's guys that are doing great things on the floor, and so I'm glad they're doing that. And, I'm just going to keep that same mentality just like when I first got here. Kind of do everything I can, just work hard and do what the team needs.
You guys feel like you want to match the pace of speed, or you feel like you're slowing things down, coming into Saturday? What do you feel like the pace of play is going to be like?
Obviously they want to go, and we've done that a little bit more this year, but, we've always kind of had we got to be able to control the pace and do what we do, and not get sped up too much, but not get slowed down as well. So, I feel like we're really just going to kind of play our ball.
What does it mean to have this rivalry now in your house? You experienced what last year was like, on the road. Needed rivalry like this. Now it's in your house, and how exciting is that?
I'm excited. I came last year, or 2 years ago, to the game here against Marquette. And to see the energy that it was then, I'm really excited to be able to bring this energy here to the Kohl Center and take it home.
What stands out about their guard play, Connor?
Just their quickness, their speed, the way that they're able to punch gaps and get into the lane. And so that's something that we're working on, and I feel like it'll be a good test. test for.